Coming up on Beach TV News, the debate continues why the Trump administration is now pushing for a safety label, the next step in a controversial move linking a popular pain reliever to autism. Plus, thousands of people mourn the late conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Our reporter is live from a local vigil. And the show goes on. Jimmy Kimmel makes a triumphant return to ABC, but he may not be appearing on your TV set anytime soon. We'll explain why. All that and more next.
Beach TV News starts now. Welcome to this edition of Beach TV News. I'm Brian Chavez.
And I'm Charlene Rodriguez. Beach TV News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Long Beach. Jimmy Kimmel made a triumphant return to late-night TV, ending a nearly week-long standoff. Kimmel addressed the controversy during his opening monologue. Take a listen.
As I was saying before I was interrupted, if you're just joining us, we are preempting your regularly scheduled encore episode of Celebrity Family Feud to bring you this special report. I'm happy to be here tonight with you. I also want to thank all of you. Thanks to who supported our show, cared enough to do something about it, to make your voices heard so that mine could be heard. The President of the United States made it very clear he wants to see me and the hundreds of people who work here fired from our jobs. Our leader celebrates Americans losing their livelihoods because he can't take a joke. But one thing I did learn from Lenny Bruce and George Carlin and Howard Stern is that a government threat to silence a comedian the president doesn't like is anti-American. That's anti-American.
Well, the ratings are in, and Jimmy Kimmel Live racked up 6.3 million viewers. That's 3 times the show's typical ratings. The show was abruptly pulled off the air by ABC over Kimmel's comments about Charlie Kirk's assassination. A spokesperson for Disney, which owns ABC, said that they felt some of Kimmel's comments were poorly timed and insensitive. The company decided to bring the show back, but despite Jimmy's comeback, the controversy is far from over. Sinclair Broadcasting, which owns numerous local ABC-affiliated stations, is still keeping Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air in some cities.
Now over to tonight's other breaking news coming out of Dallas. The FBI is investigating a deadly shooting at an ICE facility at this hour. They say it looks like an act of target violence against ICE. Police say at least 1 victim is dead and 2 others are injured. According to the FBI, rounds found near the shooter's body had anti-ICE writing on them. The shooters died from self-inflicted gunshot wound. The mayor of Dallas is asking the community to remain calm and patient as the investigation plays out.
Well, the debate over whether Tylenol may be linked to autism continues. Now, the FDA says it's beginning the process of requiring Tylenol to include a safety label. Earlier this week, President Trump made the controversial announcement from inside the Oval Office that the use of Tylenol during pregnancy may be linked to increasing rates of autism. Medical professionals have long recommended Tylenol as one of the safest painkillers to take during pregnancy. The makers of Tylenol, Kenvue, have issued a statement reaffirming that Tylenol is the safest pain reliever option for pregnant women. The company adds without it, women might choose to not treat conditions including fevers that are potentially harmful to the mother and the baby, or turn to riskier options.
Now over to Arizona, where tens of thousands gathered at State Farm Stadium to honor Charlie Kirk. The conservative activist and founder of Turning Point USA was shot and killed earlier this month while speaking at a Utah Valley University event. His widow, Erica Kirk, addressed the crowd with the message of faith and forgiveness. Many high-profile people were in attendance, including President Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and Vice President J.D. Vance. Though his death sparked controversy, his impact and message left a ripple that will be remembered by both supporters and critics alike.
And it wasn't just people in Arizona who turned out to support Kirk. BTVN reporter Ethan Cohen is live from Long Beach at one of the vigils commemorating the life and influence of Kirk. Ethan?
That's right, guys. I'm down here in Alamitos Bay in Long Beach, where hundreds gathered right here behind me for a vigil to pay tribute to conservative activist Charlie Kirk in the wake of his recent killing. Kirk, a popular voice in the conservative sphere, was recently shot and killed at Utah Valley University by a 22-year-old gunman. The news sent shockwaves across the country. Here in Long Beach, his supporters came together in a moment of remembrance. People here have spent the evening praying, singing, and standing together in silence. Many brought handmade posters, American flags, and mementos, while others spoke about what Kirk meant to them. The local Turning Point USA chapter, which put on the event, said the vigil is not just about honoring Kirk, but also taking a stand against the rise in political violence. The atmosphere has been somber, but unified, with attendees saying they want to remember Kirk's staunch faith as a Christian and the values he stood for. As the investigation into his killing continues in Utah, people here tonight tell me their focus is on healing, solidarity, and keeping his memory alive. Live from Long Beach, Ethan Cohen, Beach TV News.
In other news, President Trump is imposing a new $100,000 fee on H-1B visas. The program allows U.S. companies to hire highly skilled foreign workers, especially in tech. The White House says the new cost is aimed at protecting American jobs and making companies think twice before turning overseas for talent. Critics say the move will hurt the U.S. economy by discouraging innovation and making it harder for companies to fill specialized positions. The rule takes effect immediately for all new applications.
The Kirk funeral and the visa situation are not the only things happening in the world of politics. Politicians are reacting to Trump's comments on free speech, and Governor Gavin Newsom recently signed a new bill into law that will impact how ICE raids are conducted in California. BTVN's Nasai Rivas has the latest.
Thanks, Sherlyn. The world of politics is always ablaze with news, from free speech, immigration, and National Guard deployments. Let's take a look at these headlines.
On Friday, President Trump threatened to revoke licenses of news companies who criticize him. This has led lawmakers on both sides of the aisle to attack Trump's actions and comments. New York Senator Chuck Schumer, who told CNN the president's actions are against Democratic values, and Kentucky Senator Ron Paul told NBC on Sunday that the government and FCC should not weigh in on business decisions. This comes in the aftermath of Jimmy Kimmel's suspension from his show on ABC over comments on the Charlie Kirk shooting during an airing of the program last Wednesday. Here in California, Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill into law Saturday, banning law enforcement agents, including ICE, from wearing face coverings or masks when conducting official business. This is happening as immigration raids continue around the state and country, including Chicago, where 550 were arrested as part of ICE operations in the city, and protesters and federal agents clashed outside of an ICE detention facility in Broadwell, Illinois. While in New York City, 11 Democratic local and state officials were arrested inside an ICE facility in Manhattan. Finally, for our last story, Trump mentioned on Friday that he plans on expanding the military to cities such as New York City and New Orleans as he continues to push for troop deployment in Chicago due to high levels of crime. At the same time, the administration has deployed troops to Memphis. Trump has repeatedly threatened Chicago with war and called it a mess despite crime declining in the city, according to Illinois Governor J.D. Pritzker. Governor Pritzker said that Trump's comments are no joke, calling the president's words not normal.
But there might be a huge obstacle in the president's plan. A new suit would forbid the use of National Guard for domestic law enforcement. Stay tuned. Brian?
Thanks, Nasai. Well, it looks like the U.S. and China are close to finalizing a deal over TikTok's future. A senior White House official says Oracle will oversee TikTok's algorithm for the U.S. users once the sale is complete. That had been one of the biggest unresolved questions. If approved, the deal will shift control over TikTok's operation to a new joint venture based in the U.S. The group will include Oracle and private equity firm Silver Lake. TikTok's parent company will keep the stake less than 20% in TikTok's U.S. ventures. The White House says President Trump is expected to issue an executive order later this week declaring that the deals meet the requirements of the ban or sell law passed by Congress last year. That's good news for all TikTok users. It's time for a short break, but coming up,
deadly mudslides tear through a SoCal community, leaving a trail of devastation. Plus, the end of an era, a Dodgers legend making a shocking announcement, and we're at Dodger Stadium with the fans' reactions. These stories up next.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Okay, here we go, throw it!
Yeah. You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
Welcome back. Residents in mountain communities in San Bernardino County are facing a massive cleanup after sudden heavy rains unleashed mudslides that plowed into homes and trapped drivers on roadways. A 2-year-old boy died when flash floods swept away his family's car in Barstow. The boy's father was rescued, but the child's boy was found, ending in a desperate search for the missing toddler. Walls of thick mud and debris tore through neighborhoods in Forest Falls. Cars were swallowed up, utility poles sloped, and large rocks and branches littered the roads. Charred hillsides left the grounds unstable, allowing heavy rains to trigger fast-moving mudslides that slammed into homes with little warning. County officials are urging residents to be on alert as more rain is possible later this week.
A powerful super typhoon slammed into Philippines, Taiwan, and parts of southern China, leaving a trail of devastation. Super Typhoon Ragasa has claimed at least 14 lives in Taiwan and 10 in the Philippines. Torrential flooding forced families to evacuate to higher ground, while falling trees damaged homes and entire towns. In southern China, coastal communities were lashed by destructive winds and heavy rains, leaving neighborhoods submerged and power lines down. Flooding has intensified public outrage. Tens of thousands of Filipinos protested against the lack of flood control infrastructure.
Abrielle Lopez joins us now with important updates from long COVID to seasonal allergies.
Thank you, Brian. The CDC has made changes to the child and adolescent vaccine schedule. A new pledge vows to help us better understand long COVID, and it's officially fall now. With that comes the stir of seasonal allergies.
Up until recently, children have required major vaccines at the time of birth and for the first 2 years of their lives, followed by boosters at the time that they start school. That's all changed now, due to an addendum added to the 2025 Child and Adolescent Vax schedule from the CDC. The hepatitis B vaccine is now delayed for children until they are 12 years old, while it used to be required for all newborns at birth. MMRV, protection against measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox, was commonly offered in a combination shot by the age of 2 and is now separated and to be administered at different ages of a child's life. The addition of a children's COVID vaccine is now to be administered at birth as well. The effects of long COVID have been addressed. U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. issued the launch of a long COVID consortium.
In response to my own personal experience and the calls that I get almost every day from people who are suffering from long COVID across the country and don't know where to go.
The purpose of the consortium is an effort to research, understand, and hopefully prevent long COVID moving into the future. It's officially fall, which not only means cooler weather, but also the presence of seasonal allergies popping up again. Dr. Jessica Huey from National Jewish Health recommends changing clothes after being outside, showering to get pollen off of skin and hair, keeping bedroom windows shut, avoiding peak pollen times like the late morning and mid-afternoon, also the use of over-the-counter nasal sprays and oral antihistamines for people with active symptoms.
Well, I hope everyone stays healthy this fall, and be sure to remember your nasal spray if your allergies act up. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Now to the world of baseball, where LA Dodgers pitcher Clayton Kershaw announced he's retiring at the end of the season. I was there for his final home game of the regular season, and it was a true celebration.
A bittersweet feeling looms over Dodger Stadium as Dodger legend Clayton Kershaw pitches in his final home start. After 18 years together, the Dodgers announced that Kershaw would be retiring after the 2025 season. His final start would be a game against the San Francisco Giants. The sold-out game was packed with fans decked out in Kershaw jerseys to honor his career.
I remember watching him pitch for the first time when I was like 23 years old, and I'm 41 now. So it's a really cool experience, but it's a little sad because, you know, a big part of my fan as a Dodger, like the last 18 years is now, you know, moving on in retirement. We got to find the next guy who's going to kind of lead us all the way. But there's still a little bit more because we got the postseason coming up, so we're a little rewarded for that. And we get to see, you know, maybe a few more innings out of him and maybe another trophy out of it.
Kershaw reached 3,000 strikeouts, adding to the list of accomplishments throughout his career. He closed out his time with the Dodgers with one final strikeout at the top of the 5th inning, ending with a hug between the teams.
It's super emotional. We've come for like years and years and years as a family. So just being here throughout his entire career and then getting to see it close it out, he's like an end of an era for us. So it was just like crying seeing him go up there. It was really emotional.
The Dodgers ended up winning the game and securing their wild card spot for the 2025 postseason. A perfect way to end this era with Kershaw. In Los Angeles, California, Sherlyn Rodriguez, Beach TV News.
What a beautiful moment for Kershaw and all the Dodger fans who got to witness a true LA icon. Now, let's send it over to BTVN reporter Jerry Reynoso, who has the rest of the sports headlines.
Thanks, Sherlyn. It's been an emotional roller coaster for sports fans. If you're a Rams or Dodgers fan, you're probably still recovering. Here's the latest from the world of sports. We start things off in Philadelphia as the Eagles welcomed the LA Rams to Lincoln Financial Field, and Matthew Stafford and the Rams made themselves right at home as he connects with Davante Adams for a 44-yard touchdown. LA started the game off strong, but the defending champs Eagles kept it close. It came down to a final field goal attempt between the two undefeated teams, and somebody's O has got to go. And the Philadelphia Eagles keep theirs with a block kick return for a touchdown. Birds survived the Rams 33-26. Back in LA, the Dodgers host the San Francisco Giants to conclude their final homestand of the regular season, and thanks to a line drive single down the left field by Michael Conforto, Max Muncy breaks the deadlock in the bottom of the 7th. All things looked well for the Dodgers, but a familiar story came into play. Tied at 1 in the top of the 8th inning, Dodgers pitcher Blake Treinen draws a walk with the bases loaded. Next at bat, a sacrifice bunt gives the Giants the lead. The Dodgers have already clinched a berth into the playoffs, but another bullpen implosion draws concerns from fans. It's playoff time at the W, and it's the 4-time WNBA MVP A'ja Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces taking on a Caitlin Clark-less Indiana Fever. Everyone had their money on the Aces for the first game of the semifinals, but people seem to forget who Kelsey Mitchell is, as she led the team to victory with 34 points and a handful of splashes just like this one. Fever take game 1, 89-73. Man, I'm feeling for my Rams fans today. I can only imagine losing in that fashion, especially against the defending Super Bowl champs. As for the Dodgers and the WNBA, things are starting to heat up as we enter the postseason. Now over to the biggest summer sports party, which is coming to SoCal in 2028. And pretty soon, you can secure your ticket to history. LA28 has announced that tickets for the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games will be available for registration next January. Starting in 2026, fans will have the chance to purchase tickets to several events starting at $28, with early access to tickets for local residents, including those who live in Long Beach. Long Beach will be hosting several different events near the Alamitos Beach area, which include beach volleyball, sailing, and water polo. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited for the Olympics, and best believe that I'm going to take advantage of that local resident early access. Back to you guys at the news desk.
You won't be the only one, Jerry. Sign me up too. Well, if you live in Long Beach, you might have noticed a group of people gathering together at the Bixby 7 Park and Annex with their yoga mats. Here's Rafa Ramanciote with that story.
In the heart of Long Beach, this daily ritual is bringing people together. Yoga Lucian on the Bluff promises to turn the Ocean View Park into an open-air yoga studio.
For over a decade now, Yogalution on the Bluff has been inviting people to practice yoga outdoors, every day, on the Long Beach Bluff, helping both instructors and attendees in their personal journey.
It's been a life-changing experience ever since. I was dealing with some addictions and alcoholism and stuff and challenges in life. And then, to make a long story short, found yoga, got sober, decided I wanted to teach and share the practice with those who were going through sobriety as well. And I've been out here ever since.
While practicing outdoors can be noisy and unpredictable for some, for others, the connection to the nature is exactly what it makes special.
And music is always happening, so it does kind of make certain things challenging, but for me personally, again, being immersed in nature, being able to engage with nature here on this level, it makes it much better any day.
The movement brings all kinds of people together, including kids. It allows each one of the attendees to have their own experience and to get what they need out of it.
I've been seeing a lot of parents come with their kids and they want to practice, but their kids are kind of bored. And I'm a yoga instructor and I do kids yoga as well.
For many of these yogis, rolling out their mats under the sun and the ocean breeze has become part of their daily routine. The Bluff turns itself into a daily gathering space, the perfect spot to get connected with yourself and others.
I've made basically like my whole community through here. Yeah. My last partner I met through here. I've made so much of my community through this space.
At the end of the day, all you need to practice some yoga is a yoga mat and your body. Thank you for coming with me to the Yoga on the Bluff in Long Beach. This is Rafa Maciote to Beach TV News.
Yoga at the beach? What's not to love, Brian? It's time for another short break, but coming up...
Even superheroes have a bad day at work. How Spider-Man star Tom Holland suffered a serious injury on set. Plus, a rare glimpse into the secret life of spiders. Our reporter shows you how you can walk through the open-air pavilion, surrounded by hundreds of nature's master weavers and their incredible webs.
Welcome back. Do you get the creepy crawlies from spiders? The Natural History Museum of Los Angeles wants to turn that fear into fascination through education. Let's see how Skylar Stock handled that experience.
Hey guys, I'm at the Natural History Museum in Los Angeles, where the Spider Pavilion recently opened up for the season. Here, there are around 300 spiders roaming the exhibit, with around 15 species as well.
I like to give the analogy that this space is more like an art gallery than a haunted house. You choose your distance of how close to get to the spiders.
The exhibit started as an offshoot of the museum's popular Butterfly Pavilion. The open-air exhibit is the first of its kind and takes visitors directly into the world of webs. Spiders play an essential role in the local ecosystem. They keep the bug population under control and act as food for many different animals. Most of the spiders in the pavilion are orb weavers. They're the ones that make the webs. Are you scared of these 8-legged friends? These specialists want you to know that there's nothing spooky about spiders.
Admittedly, it took some getting used to when I first started. I think my first season in here, my watch kept telling me my heart rate was too high.
Educators guide visitors through the process, geeking out with spider enthusiasts and comforting those facing their fears.
I am scared of spiders a little bit, so I was very happy that they don't really move. But it was really nice being able to see them up close.
A little bit of exposure therapy.
Yeah.
Don't forget to stop by the spider den. There are multiple tarantulas, wolf spiders, and jumping spiders all in enclosures.
Spiders are nothing but survivors. They have been around for much longer than we have and will probably be around for much longer after we're gone. And so they're really at peace with the world around them, and we're the ones who are kind of throwing things off.
Whether you're on board with spiders or not, this safe and interactive experience is open from September 14th to November 30th. With Halloween just around the corner, the museum encourages guests to come and conquer their fears. Reporting from Los Angeles, Skylar Stock with Beach TV News.
And speaking of spiders, sometimes even superheroes take major hits. Filming was halted on the new Spider-Man movie after Tom Holland was hospitalized during filming on September 19th. Tom Holland suffered a mild concussion during a stunt gone wrong. Deadline says that the source close to the production stated that Holland will take a break for precaution, but is expected to return filming in a few days. No one else was affected during the incident. Sony is scheduling a meeting to adjust filming plans to meet with the movie's deadline at July 2026. Spider-Man's brand new day beginning filming August and move to film in Scotland. We wish Tom Holland a speedy recovery.
While Spider-Man takes a short break, the rest of the entertainment world keeps spinning. Alexis McClanahan has all the tea.
Thank you. With tourism on the rise, music festivals sharing their lineups, and new albums dropping, the entertainment world is popping off right now.
The Summer I Turned Pretty has taken over not only the entertainment industry, but also the state of North Carolina. The popular romance series concluded with a long-awaited reunion of a heavily shipped couple, Conrad and Belly. However, the show not only took over social media, but also tourism in North Carolina. The state is seeing record spending and just an overall uprise in visitation. Speaking of traveling and long-awaited reveals, the Coachella 2026 lineup has people already planning festival fits and packing their bags. The popular music festival takes over every year in Indio Valley, and the lineup has fans everywhere talking. Headlining the Music and Arts Festival are Sabrina Carpenter, Justin Bieber, and Karol G, not to mention other performances by many more fan favorites. Coachella runs for 2 weekends and will occur in April 2026, promising back-to-back celebrations of music and art. With the topic of music so heavy on the mind, it's no doubt the release of Cardi B's new album has fans everywhere buzzing. The award-winning artist, Cardi B, has people talking about her non-stop with the announcement of her pregnancy and the release of her new album, Am I the Drama? The album dropped on September 19th and has broken the Guinness World Record for most deliveries by drones in 1 hour. Along with all the positive reviews, Cardi B once again masters the art of strategic marketing. Leave it to Cardi, the female rapper, to continue to dominate the music industry.
Looks like fans will have a lot of music to listen to and tickets to buy. That's it for me. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Trinkets, treasures, and treats. These are some of everyone's favorite things. From homemade jewelry to original artwork, the Pasadena Art Walk offers a little something for everyone.
It's a celebration of local talent right in the heart of Playhouse Village. BTVN's Luis Martinez takes us there.
Jackalope Arts is hosting their second Pasadena Art Walk here on East Green Street in Pasadena, California, with over 180 different artisans, including people selling food, drinks, fashion, jewelry, just pretty much anything you can imagine, and even some cool events like making your own slime here today. There's a bunch of different things for people in the SoCal area to come and experience.
Hundreds of visitors made their way to experience this bustling, expansive event. People newer to the Pasadena area, like San Diego native Ariel Bessler, were delighted by the array of artistic expression and ventures open to the public.
it's really awesome. I've seen a variety of vendors. For example, I saw a slime station, which was really cool for the kids, and lots of activities and lots of wonderful art. So it's really cool that Pasadena has these events for the community to support local vendors and find some cool stuff too.
These events don't just positively impact the visitors, as vendors like Nicole Carrasco from Masa Catalina feel both economically and spiritually backed by attendees.
Definitely like one of our busiest. A lot of people really love to come out and support like artisans, and for what we do, it's really a nice place to sell, and a lot of people appreciate what we do since we make a lot of the things that we do from scratch and by hand.
Most of everything for sale was handmade by the merchants. Patrons like Justin Kim were grateful with not only the amount of merchandise, but appreciated the diversity, love, and care displayed on the streets.
Well, I think whatever it is, it gives you a lot more just opportunity to talk with people and speak to them. I mean, frankly, a lot of the artists here and like the cultures they're coming from, I wasn't necessarily aware of. So it's just nice to have an opportunity to have it all in one spot.
Whether you're a local to the Pasadena area who maybe loves thrifting and getting some new jewelry pieces, to someone maybe from farther away who really loves their furry friend and wants to find them something new, there's pretty much anything for anyone here to find. Reporting to you from Pasadena, I'm Luis Martinez with Beach TV News.
Wow, those tamales look really good.
Yeah, and what about all those handmade goods? There were some cool trinkets there. I'll have to go. Well, on that note, we end this edition of Beach TV News. I'm Charlene Rodriguez.
And I'm Brian Chavez. Remember, you can be part of the conversation. Head over to our social apps at Beach TV News and let us know what you think about tonight's story.
From all of us at BTVN, good night, Long Beach.